to another episode of Costa Rica Story. And today's kind of a special episode, and I'll give you the details on that. I'll give you the details on why it's so special in this episode of Costa Rica Story. By the way, is there a monkey behind me? Hey there, and welcome to an extra special edition of Costa Rica Story. And if you've been following the channel, you've probably noticed I've kind of been out of action for about 3 weeks, and I've been on kind of a unofficial hiatus because for the last 3 weeks I've been searching for a car, my own car to drive here in Costa Rica. And I can tell you I've had a lot of experience looking at cars here now. If you need advice about buying a car, there's a lot of stuff I can tell you. And maybe we'll have a whole episode based on that. So I've been looking for a car in Costa Rica for the last 3 weeks. I'm in the process of having a pallet shipped from the United States to Costa Rica. And that has presented some challenges that I hadn't expected. But things are going smoothly, and I thank the guys at Get It Here Jerry, because they really helped me a lot. And there were some complications because of a third-party contractor that is on the deal, and Lowell, who works with Get It Here Jerry. I always mix that up. I'll put the right name, I'll link that below. But Get It Here Jerry did a great job so far. We'll see what happens, see if they get it here. We'll do a whole episode on that too. But yeah, it's been hectic because of that, and my personal life's been a little bit up and down. We won't get into that because I usually avoid that. I usually tease a little bit with what's going on with me, but I never tell you the real details. But it's not boring, so that's good. Life in Costa Rica is kind of exciting, so I like that. And haven't been a lot of monkeys around here, around the house. But here at the beach, actually today, there's a bunch of howlers in the trees, which is kind of cool. So yeah, it's been 3 weeks when I've been on the hunt to buy a car. And I've looked at a few. I looked at a Grand Vitara that had some engine problems, and I passed on that. I looked at a Xterra, and an Xterra is my dream vehicle. And I found a really nice one, and I had it checked out with a mechanic. But the only problem was I thought it had 275,000 kilometers, which is high, but acceptable. But it turns out I didn't really do my homework, and it had 275,000 miles. So I passed on that one. The next one up was an X-Trail, and it was local here, and I was going to buy that one, but it turns out they couldn't accept the way I was paying, so I passed on that. And I looked at another X-Trail way up in San Jose, and I think it was a piece of crap. Speaking of San Jose, I went up to San Jose just to look at vehicles. And it's crazy. Driving in San Jose is totally crazy. It's not for the faint of heart, and it's like you really should have two people. You need a navigator. You need somebody that knows the town, because I ended up just leaving. I had a close call with a Mack truck, and almost got pinned against the wall because the entry lanes in Costa Rica onto the freeways are a lot shorter than they are in the US. So yeah, I had a really close call with my rental car and the Mack truck, so be careful driving in San Jose. So after 3 weeks, did I find a car? Did I buy a car? Well, I guess there's one way I could explain this. There was an ad on Facebook Marketplace for a 2008 Grand Vitara, and it was in San Isidro. So I went to San Isidro and I looked at the car and decided to buy it. And I had my mechanic Josue check it out, and it was pretty good, except there was maybe $500 worth of engine stuff that could be done with it. So I ended up buying it. That's how I got to the beach today. I am now mobile. I've got a 2008 Grand Vitara, new to me. And actually, a 2008 vehicle in Costa Rica is a pretty new vehicle, and this one's pretty cherry. It's pretty well taken care of, and it's a 5-speed, and it really is in good shape. A few things wrong with it, a few minor things that I noticed on the roof rack. The back piece here was peeling. It was just hanging by a piece of silicone or something, so I took that off. Now I'll have to replace that. And the previous owner did a really bad job of putting tinting on here, so this has got to come off because I can't even see out of here. It's poorly done. This stupid thing's coming off. Probably gonna have it detailed. So yeah, so now I can come to the beach anytime I want. You know, it's just a little quick drive as opposed to having to walk wherever I go. So I got back from the States around the beginning of August, and I kind of got back in the habit of eating bad again. I was eating a lot of processed foods, and that carried over with me when I came back. So I've been eating a lot of bad stuff here in Costa Rica, because I mean, you can get cookies here in Costa Rica. You can get all kinds of junk here. I mean, there's fruit all around, but you can still get cookies and crap. And I've been eating a lot of that. You know, I still eat my good healthy food sometimes and the bad food sometimes, but now I'm making the transition back to eating better. And a friend of mine may help me start eating fish, which I don't eat any meat or any fish, and I never have. So it may be quite a transition. I don't know if I can do it or not, but she's gonna help me cook something. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe we'll do an episode on that.